Huzzah! And we're back. It looks like garbage. But whatever.
I'm waiting for it to come up. I get to see this. This doesn't look like garbage at all. This looks
Okay.
great.
I don't see anything yet.
Well, that's your fault. Okay. Metroid. What? Where's my typing? Metroid. Metroid games. I'm going to presume it's the first one. Oh boy, we are making a tier list. There's got to be more Metroid games than that. Where's my pinball?
They don't have pinball on the tier list?
Well, I mean, I looked and it was like, you know,
Oh, there's got to be more than one Metroid tier list on there.
yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Sometimes there's some trash ones.
Yes, Metroid, including AMR2. I still have not found one with this. Oh, this one's got pinball, so we'll do this one. Okay, so tier list. From ones that I play. Well, original Metroid fucking sucks.
And it's at the bottom.
It's at the bottom. It's garbage. It's D tier. Metroid 2, I'm going to put at C tier. Metroid Fusion, I'm putting it A tier. I'm only doing that because I think Zero Mission is S tier. It's my favorite. Super Metroid, I'm putting in A tier. Right before,
After
Yes, after Fusion. Okay, now we get to the Metroid Primes. I actually put that there. I think it's better than Super Metroid because I think it does the environmental stuff way better than Super Metroid does. Other M can go into B tier. It's just misunderstood. It's got a really shitty story, but I think it plays fine.
Understood.
Is this Metroid 2? Yeah, this is Metroid 2. Yeah, this is Metroid 2. This goes down here. Prime 2 sucks. They did the Dark World, Light World combination thing terribly. Like, it is the worst I've ever seen it implemented in a game.
Oh, word.
It is the worst. So in the Dark World, you can only kill enemies with light missiles. But you can only get light missiles in the Light World. And enemies in the Light World can only be killed with dark missiles. And you can only get dark missiles in the Dark World. So now you're seeing where this is terrible. Plus, also, being in the Dark World, it's basically what I was just going through in Norfair. You're constantly losing health. Never mind that the fact that the boss for the boost ball was so hard that all the developers had to put God mode on while testing to go and beat it.
Sounds like bottom tier.
No, Metroid 1 is much worse. It is not. It's got potential, and I think the Prime Trilogy version, which fixed it, makes it slightly better, but I still think it's really bad. Prime 3, I'm putting right below Super Metroid. I think for a first-person shooter game with a bit of exploration, it's really fun. They did the Wiimote integration really well. Way better than other M. And it's better than 2, Prime 2. So I guess now we get to games I never played. Federation Forces is not a Metroid game. The last boss is the only thing that's Metroid related. It's Samus, who becomes giant sized, like super robot giant sized. And she's constantly stuck in a morph ball. And then when you free her from this thing, she shrinks back to normal, and she basically saves the day in a cutscene. Otherwise, it's not a Metroid game. Prime Hunters, I don't know anything about. Samus Returns, I would say, is better than Other M, even though I haven't played it. It made Metroid 2 so much better. It's just, I haven't really played much of it. Pardon?
Is that the Nintendo one or the fan game?
No, that's the Nintendo made one. The AMR2 is the fan game. And I kind of didn't want to really touch that because it's a fan game. But I actually think that since I would probably put it actually worse than the remake, I don't know if like it's just because it's reusing graphics, but I it kind of just makes it not feel like its own thing. I'm sure there've been like mods and patches and fixes, but it had still just first draft, errors.
Yeah.
And then pinball, um, I
S tier,
would
easy.
what S tier?
Easy S tier.
It's not
Pinball,
S
easy.
tier. It's right here. It's right before Prime 3.
Yeah.
It's for a pinball game. It's out of the, I guess I want to call the Nintendo pinball trilogy. It is by far the one that makes the most sense, and its level design is fine. And Prime Hunters, I would put that as right here.
Ghost Hunters?
It might as well be Ghost Hunters. I mean, there are ghosts in it, but for like a DS launch game, and you completely control it with the touchscreen, other than moving with the D-pad, it's just blah. It's a good attempt, but it just shouldn't have been made. And I guess that is.
It was a good attempt, but I wish it didn't exist.
Yeah, basically, like, hey, that's my honest opinions of it. I mean, for what they did, I guess it was fine, but it was like wasted effort. And that's just my opinion on the Metroid franchise as a whole. I think Zero Mission's the best in the franchise, and then, the Game Boy Advance games are really good. And same thing with Metroid Prime 1, and then it's just varied in quality. That was just a very good 3 years for Samus. 3 years? Mm-hmm. I mean, hey, Super Metroid.
Question.
Pardon?
Where would you theoretically, having no knowledge, where would you put Prime 4?
I would probably put it with no knowledge. I would probably put it after or one above Prime 3 because Prime 3 did a lot of really dumb shit. It's its control scheme that saves it. And I presume that if you the level design would be better. But otherwise,
Assuming it ever comes out.
Yes, assuming it ever comes out. It's been in development hell now for 7 years? It's been a long time. I think they were making it before the Switch came out. It's been really silly.
We need a new Metroid game.
Well, yeah, we were supposed to have one years ago, but then they canceled it. And they were like, oh, we're going to get Retro Studios on it. And then 3 years has passed, and we haven't gotten a single thing out of it. Yeah. Well, I mean, we did get Metroid Samus Returns on the 3DS, and that's not a bad game at all.
Out of nowhere.
Well, yeah, out of nowhere. And it's from Mercury Studios, who did the terrible Castlevania games. But they did a good Metroid game. So, if you want a 2D Metroid, you should really get that. I mean, it's nothing like Metroid 2. It's the same story, but the level design is completely different. Which is why I don't clump all three of those, because all three of the Metroid 2 games are completely different. It makes zero sense. Here's a Metroid 2 remake, but we're going to completely change it. And then here's a Metroid 2 remake, and we're going to completely change it, but in the same way, but it's still completely different. Yeah.
Are there any other good crossover games? Super Metroid Link to the Past?
Let us check out the big old list of randomizers.
I think that's the only one I know of, but
Yeah, that's the only really big one. I know you can do Metroid 1 and Zelda 2. Is it Zelda 2 or is it Zelda 1?
that sounds terrible. That sounds like an awful experience.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, unless you just want to mod different characters into Zelda games, then I really don't think so. Because, yeah, the Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask's multiplayer modes, they have lots of character mods, so you can play as other characters. So you just don't have like 40 links running around.
Yeah, my suggestion is you guys do Ocarina of Time where you can like get each other's items.
Yeah, I started one of those with another friend, and that kind of he left for a bit and then came back, and then like it completely desynced. It was really weird. You have to do it in like one sitting.
Ooh, yeah, that doesn't sound good then. Given how this one went.
Yeah, I mean the person.
Yeah, but I mean, like, wouldn't it work better like me using my actual PC?
Yeah, you do it over the internet, over Parsec, I think.
Yeah, I've got Parsec.
Well, I mean, the program has its own like we create a server and then people join and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other interesting tier makers lists that you can think of right now? Might as well spend the next 10 minutes making
Zelda.
a Zelda one. Oh boy, Zelda
Yeah,
time.
Real dicey stuff.
Like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one to piss off Mike or beat him up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. Beat 'em ups.
There's no the beat 'em up tier list?
Yeah.
Golden Axe 3, right to the top.
I like how the first thing is can they beat
Okay,
Goku?
this is happening.
Just beat 'em ups. Maybe if I spelled it correctly. 2D beat 'em ups, hack and slash. How many games in one above all? Oh, there's a oh god. Oh god. Holy shit.
Yo.
Why the fuck is Beautiful Joe in this list?
Just roll with it, dude. Roll with it, homie. Let's wrap this up.
Beat 'em ups.
Okay, I guess we'll do this in order then. Turtles 2 arcade game. I'm gonna put that at B because it's not Turtles in Time. Alien vs Predator. Scroll up, please.
Oh,
That's S. Never played this one.
Easy ass.
Easy S.
Yeah.
Aliens and Predator. I almost bought that like $250 arcade stick just for it. From Capcom. Remember that big Capcom arcade stick, which was the Capcom logo with like 4 games in it? Okay, Altered Beast. We're gonna put it at E tier. As much as I love the memes from it, Battletoads Double Dragon. That's A tier. That's a great game. This game is shit. Battletoads 2 on the Super Nintendo. It's fucking terrible.
Oh, that is shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Captain Commando. Captain Commando, you're with Altered Beast. Double Dragon 4. Yeah, it is. Double Dragon 4. Never played it. Final Fight 3. D tier. Final Fight 2. D tier. Final Fight 1.
Oh, Final Fight in the mud.
2 and 3 suck. All about Final Fight 1. The series got worse. Guardian Heroes, A tier.
Didn't we play that?
Yeah, and it's a really good game with like 30 different endings. Golden Axe 2, A tier. Golden Axe, D tier. Michael Jackson Moonwalker. I'm presuming this is.
Wait a minute, what?
It is in the arcade version. The arcade one is a beat 'em up. That's better than Final Fight 3. Mighty Final Fight. I sadly have never played it. Power Rangers the movie. You're E tier. The Punisher, I've never played it. I've heard it's good. Though.
I've never heard of half of these. What is this?
River City Ransom. I sadly have to,
one.
yes, I sadly have to put it D tier.
You hate to see it.
I do. Sengoku 2. Never played it. I don't even know what the fuck this is. It's for Turbo Graphics. I don't know what you are.
Baseball arcade game, Ninja Baseball Man.
No. Can I right click it for more info? Nope. Okay. Double Dragon 1. It's a classic. Separation anxiety. You're like
Mike
here.
is trembling right now.
Oh, Splatterhouse. Splatterhouse. You're like high C tier. Streets of Rage 3. You are right here. Strider 2. Strider 2 sucks. But it's too easy. Like, I seriously beat it in 30 minutes on a rental. And that is why it is here, flat in the middle. Strider 1, you're higher up because you actually have some difficulties.
That's not really even a beat 'em up.
It's on this list.
Oh my goodness,
This isn't a beat 'em up. TMNT for the NES is not a beat 'em up. It's a platformer.
It's not even close.
But if I have to rank it,
Maybe
Put
Mike,
it in E. Put it in E.
it is E. It's still better than Power Rangers the movie. Manhattan Project.
That's correct.
This is too hard for its own good. That puts it right in front of Final Fight 3. Dungeons and Dragons, that is skyrocketing. That is skyrocketing to right before Guardian Heroes. Because the Dungeons and Dragons games are amazing. Turtles in Time.
Yes, very good.
Very good. You're an S tier. Beautiful Joe, I guess you're technically a beat 'em up. You're a well-made game. I don't really like you.
Games are in this list, dude?
I don't know, but we're going into overtime doing this.
Yeah, you know what? I'm here for it. I'm down.
Yeah, so I think you're going to be before Strider 2 because I never beat you. Super Nintendo X-Men, you're trash. Double Dragon 2, oh yeah, you're like right before Battletoads Double Dragon. Actually, no, Guardians Hero is still better than you. And so is Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, that's good.
Is it Genesis Double Dragon, though? Or is it arcade game?
It just says Double Dragon 2. Armored Warriors. Never played. Original Battletoads. I think it's too hard for its own good. So I am putting it right beside Ninja Turtles. Better than Ninja Turtles 3, but it's still too hard for its own good. Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. I want to play that, but I never have. Captain America and the Avengers. This is Captain Commando tier. Castle Crashers. It's fine.
Castle Crashers a beat. Oh, you know what? It's fine.
It's a beat 'em up.
It is a beat 'em up.
Is this the arcade build to Double Dragon? I guess it is. Because it's got the artwork. Double Dragon Arcade. I have never actually played it. Double Dragon 3 Arcade. I have never played it. Double Dragon Neo.
How many of these Double Dragon games did they pump out? I thought there's only like 3.
Well, there's like different builds. Oh, is that Super Double Dragon? Is this Super Double Dragon? Oh god, I don't know. It's staying there anyway. Double Dragon Neo. I find it way too slow. I'm using the mic comment. It is legitimately too slow. So it's going ahead of Battletoads. Because otherwise it's fine. God, this is garbage. Marvel Superheroes War of the Gems is garbage.
Really bad.
Golden Axe 3.
Bottom.
No.
The very bottom. Yes, you know it to be true.
No, but it is worse than Captain America and the Avengers. It is really low in there. Maximum Carnage.
Maximum Carnage D.
No, I think it's the lowest C. I really enjoy that game. But wait, it's not even multiplayer. It's not even multiplayer. What beat 'em up is not multiplayer?
A surprising amount.
Really? I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it here, and Double Dragon Neo's being removed to here. Bad Dudes. Have I played Bad Dudes? I don't think I've actually played Bad Dudes. I think this is Dungeon Fighter. Haven't played it. Ninja Gaiden.
What? Excuse me? Is that like the Xbox Ninja Gaiden or something?
No, it's the NES one.
Oh, that's not a beat 'em up. Get it out of here. Get it out.
I gotta rank it, but as a beat 'em up. It fails as a beat 'em up. But it's still better than Power Rangers the movie. Power Rangers the movie, I've never...
Dangerously close to Scott Pilgrim. Oh man, here we go.
Power Rangers the movie, I got bored of it after level 1. And that is a crime against a game. Renegade. Fuck, what is actually Renegade? I know it's like a... Oh, isn't that like technically the first Kunio game? Yeah, that's the first Kunio game. Never played that. Scott Pilgrim. That is an S tier. But it is...
I don't know what you're talking about.
Scott Pilgrim is S tier, but it's not as good as Turtles in Times or Alien vs. Predator. Sengoku 3, I've never played. Dungeons & Dragons Shadows over Mysteria right now is the one above all. That is one of my favorite games of all time. Streets of Rage 2, that is a clear S tier. Still think these games are better. Streets of Rage 1, that's high C. I still think Final Fight's better. Oh, this is Super Double Dragon. So this is Double Dragon 1.
How many Super Double Dragons are there?
There's only one Super Double Dragon, and I'm swapping the two right now. Super Double Dragon is... Super Double Dragon is slightly better than River City Ransom, but it's really bad still. Wait, isn't the Oh no, Hyperstone Heist is Turtles in Time on Genesis, but with new levels and shit. Which makes it automatically like low B. Death and Rebirth of Superman. That is E tier because it's just too hard. Otherwise, it's fun. The Revenge of Shinobi is not a beat 'em up.
Not even close. Not in any universe.
I gotta put it beside Ninja Gaiden because it's not a beat 'em up, but it's still better than Power Rangers the movie. Simpsons beat 'em up, high A. I'm gonna put it before Double Dragon 2. It's a really fun game. Beautiful Joe 2. I think it's significantly worse than Beautiful Joe 1. We're gonna put it before Final Fight 3 and 2. X-Men. Oh, Welcome to Die X-Men.
Yeah.
That is before. That is along with The Simpsons. It's just fun. It's a fun 10-minute game. What is this? Ryger's not a beat 'em up.
It's not a beat 'em up. Who made this tier list?
I don't know, but it's going with the rest of the non-beat 'em ups. That's still better than Power Rangers the movie. Mother Russia Bleeds. Never played that. Never played this. River City Girls, that is going incredibly high on the list.
Top
Into
of A, bottom of S.
no, I think it's actually it ekes out Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Strider, you're not a
Yeah,
beat 'em
that's
up. You're a Metroidvania game. No, Technical Strider 3, the remake, is a Metroidvania game, but it's so well done. I got to put it higher up in the list than it's going in front of Golden Axe. What Turtles game is this? Oh, is this the arcade build of the arcade game? I have
Arcade
played.
Build's good.
It is.
Arcade Build's fun. That game's fun as hell.
I'm going to put it along with The Simpsons and X-Men, the Konami Triple Classic. Undercover Cops. Have I played that? No. I'm going to put that as no. I haven't played Riot City. What is this? I haven't played it. Night. What? Night Sliders? I haven't played it. I haven't played Violent Storm. Dragon's Crown. Okay, I can actually talk about this. You are. You know what? You're right here. You're B tier. You would be so much better if you didn't pull the halfway through the game. Oh, now we're just going to make it a randomizer mode, and it's really dumb. Sailor Moon Fighter, or Beat 'em Up.
Super NES game?
Yes, the Super NES game.
Not great.
Yeah, it's kind of not great. I'm putting it with Death and Return of Superman. I don't know what you are. Dragon Lord, maybe. Last Action Hero. I haven't played that. Super Dynamite Action Man. I might have played.
Oh my god. I see the other Shinobi game in that list.
River City Ransom Underground. I haven't played it. What's with these names? Streets of Rage 4. Okay. At least this thing's been updated recently. You are.
Bottom of S?
No, you're better than 2. Streets of Rage 4 is way better than Streets of Rage 2, but there's still a big gap there.
That's pretty close to bottom of S to me.
Yeah, that's pretty close, but not exactly. I don't even know what this is. 99 Vidas.
We might have some contention on Comic Zone, just so you're aware. We might have to talk about Comic Zone.
Well, let's talk about Comic Zone, because as a beat 'em up.
Jay, are you still in here?
Yeah.
We got to talk about Comic Zone.
I think Comic Zone is high D tier. It's way too hard, and it's way too short.
And it is really short.
It's only 4 levels.
Yeah, except
you guys are breaking my heart.
I mean, I'm going to put it between like Double Dragon and River City Ransom.
It's no higher than C tier, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think it's down there. Crude Buster. Okay. Ooh, Morisama the Demon Blade. That is indeed a beat 'em up, and that is indeed a very good game. That is high A by Guardians Heroes. That is a very good game. Odin Sphere. I'm going to put that in low C tier. That game is way too long. I have played this for a total of 5 minutes with Phantom Breakers. It was fine. And fine in this list is, like right before Double Dragon Neo or Neon.
The gatekeeper.
Yeah, the gatekeeper.
The gatekeeper of the C tier.
Rival Turf, never played it. Shinobi 3, again.
Never heard of it.
You're not even beat 'em up. And you want to know what? You're still a really good game.
It's not a beat 'em up at all. It's a good game. Wait. You got to start going up a little bit higher with Shinobi. I see you in the C tier. I'm getting worried. I'm getting real scared.
But it's not a beat 'em up at all. It's a platformer.
But if you're ranking it though, we got to talk. Get it up there.
Fine.
Please. I conceded on Comic Zone. Don't fuck with me on Shinobi 3.
That's a good game.
It is the top of the D tier because it's not a beat 'em up. But it is way better than all these other games.
That is true.
Kung Fu Master? I've never played that. What the fuck is this? Bearman?
What?
You're gonna have to play some of these sometime. I haven't heard of half of these games. Are these Neo Geo games?
They might be. I've never heard of this game. Prisoner of War. I haven't played that. Haven't played Bladed Fury. Combat Tribes. Tribes? Tribes. Yes, Tribes. Have I played that? I thought that was a fighting game. Okay. What is this one now?
I'm just waiting to see like Donkey Konga or some shit here at this rate.
Haven't played you. Karateka. Haven't played you. I think I've played this game, and I think I want to put it right here. I recognize that box art. I think I own it.
The beat 'em up and friends tier list. Beat 'em up games and friends.
Wait a minute. I didn't think that was a beat 'em up. I thought that was a shooter. And I haven't played it, but I want to. So that's going up here. Haven't played you. Turtles in Time remake. Oh no. I don't know if I should put this at low D or high E. Because they royally fucked up that game.
If you put a Turtles game in E, it's all over.
I've beaten it, so that's better than Death of Superman. I think it's...
Was that like the semi 3D looking one?
Yes, that was the one on the PS3.
Oh, that game's not good at all.
No, it's not, which is why it's like all the way down here.
Yeah, throw it in E.
And,
garbage, dude.
Yeah, and Fighting Squad. I haven't played. You know, want to know what I'm surprised hasn't been on this list? Because it's an actual beat 'em up. Where's Final Fight Streetwise?
Nah, dude, we had to get Shinobi 3 on here.
Yeah.
We needed
You're new enough to get Streets of Rage 4, but you can't get the last Final Fight game.
You know what? Do you really want to remember Final Fight Street Rise though?
The beat 'em up mode? Yes. The beat 'em up mode, it's a normal Final Fight. It's fine. It's an unlockable mode for beating the game, and it's like, oh, it's the real game.
Jay, you're the Shinobi 3 expert here. Is there a beat 'em up mode in that game?
No. I mean...
No, there's no I mean. It was a rhetorical question.
No. Just listen. So, like, if you don't use the shurikens, technically you have to do that stupid kick. kill all the enemies, and it is possible to do it without the shurikens.
Oh no!
And the ninjutsus are just like magics and golden axe and shit. So like,
Nah.
a case could be made.
Well, if that's the case, why isn't Zelda 2 on this list?
Zelda 2.
That's as much as a beat 'em up as Shinobi is.
I need you to Photoshop Zelda 2 into S tier. Please, Zelda 2. Right to the top.
Don't even have Photoshop anymore.
Corral Draw.
Yeah. But, like, no, I think this is my good list. Dungeons and Dragons, Shadow over Mysteria. It's fucking amazing. Never get bored of that game.
It's like
Aliens vs. Predator is so awesome. It's what you want from an Alien vs. Predator. Turtles in Time was like Konami at their peak. River City Girls was really fucking good. Scott Pilgrim was really fucking good if you gave it a chance. Streets of Rage 4, more people need to play that. And Streets of Rage 2 is a classic. And then from there on, it's like, okay, you know, something's a little off about this. I mean, Guardian Heroes is fine, but it's clear that it needed more work or more work into the main game because, like, the fighting game mode is useless because, you know, they threw in a fighting game mode and they want you to play through it multiple times, but there's no New Game Plus. So, yes, you could go through it like 28 times with all the different characters. So, like, its replay value is crazy. Muramasa is just really pretty. And it is an actual beat 'em up from, what's that company called? I can't remember. And then, yeah, the rest of the A tier is just classics. Golden Axe 2 is best in the franchise. Double Dragon 2 is, well, I guess, best in the franchise. X-Men Arcade, that's a fun 20-minute game. Turtles Arcade, it's a classic. It's not as good as Turtles in Times, but it's really up there. Simpsons, probably the best Simpsons game ever made.
The Simpsons beat 'em up is legit really good.
Yeah, it's a fun 20-minute game.
The only time I ever played it was in the hotel that we stayed at in Florida when I was in grade 4.
Yeah, and like the first Dungeons and Dragons beat 'em up game is really good. I'm actually surprised Dragon's Crown is not Dragon's Crown. There's a lot of like really big name like Capcom beat 'em ups that are missing from this, from like the Capcom beat 'em up collection. And like, where's Spider-Man and his amazing friends? If we're going to talk about that, that was the game after Captain America and the Avengers, and it was so much better.
If we're counting Shinobi 3 and Comic Zone as beat 'em ups, where would you place The Mask for Super NES on this tier list?
You know what? Booker Man's a beat 'em up.
I would put it better than War of the Gems. It would be right here between X-Men and War of the Gems.
War of the Gems is in the mud.
It's
Confirmed.
it's terrible, and so is the Super Nintendo X-Men game.
Awful.
Like, these three games are just so fundamentally flawed. Like, X-Men, Super Nintendo, like, each level you have to play as a new character with a completely different moveset, and they have, like, Street Fighter inputs, and there's no way of knowing what the inputs are per character. And, like, it has the Mega Man level select screen. And, like, you could totally, like, lose a character if they die too many times. I think it's 2 times. And then it's like, please select another character to go do one of their levels. And then you go and beat all the other characters, and then you get a game over screen because one of your characters died. Like, that would just piss me off a no end if I ever gotten that far.
Yeah,
so it's
horrible.
So yeah, it's like, it's Beast, Wolverine, Psylocke, Cyclops, and Nightcrawler. And let's just say I lose Wolverine. His 2 lives. And yeah, and I go through the other 4 characters' levels, and it's like, great, let's go and beat the last area. And like, why didn't it just give me over as soon as I lost Wolverine? Why did they give you like the level selecting? Like it's just so fundamentally flawed. I don't think I've ever beaten level 1 in Battletoads and Battle Maniacs. Speaking of which, where's the arcade Battletoads game?
Oh, we don't need to talk about that one. That's okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, there's like some, like, why is there like 20 million like Turbo CD weird beat 'em up type things here and actual platformers when like you're missing like actually legit beat 'em ups in this list? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I would say
it was a good time.
It was a good time, and like, I guess technically, Beautiful Joe was a beat 'em up, but I still wouldn't really consider that.
We're fine with Beautiful Joe being a beat 'em up than Shinobi 3.
Yeah, I mean, Strider 2 is a beat 'em up. There's no question about that. You run forward and it's like they took the NPC sprite and they made like a beat 'em up with that, so you know like how he moves. So he just runs and it's just the stupid four-pole blade going like shing 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 shing, and you just murder everything. Nothing touches you. It's too easy. And you know, Capcom being Capcom, they labeled Strider 2 as Strider 1 and Strider 1 as Strider 2 on the packaging because they misprinted every disc. Every disc.
I remember that. They really did that.
Yeah, they really did that. And you know, there's like 5 Splatterhouse games. Why is there only 1 on this list? Especially considering Splatterhouse 2 is the best. It always seems to be 2. Why is the 2 always the best one?
Peek at the sequel.
Yeah, I guess so.
Work with the original, and then you can peek it. Usually it's the sequel or the third.
Yeah, and speaking of which, where's the first Power Rangers game? That was way better than the movie. And that was a beat 'em up. They were both beat 'em ups. Why did they take the death of
some questionable choices on this on some questionable additions on this tier list?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just weird. A tier list for 100 of the most popular. There's 100 here. Oh man.
Yeah, it looks like about 100. The most popular beat 'em ups.
Yeah.
Like Comic Zone.
Okay.
All
Whatever.
Right, so
yeah.
I'm thinking you guys gotta throw hands in Street Fighter one of these days.
Yeah, I think that's going to be sooner than later. But this has been an interesting stream. People were defeated.
Yeah. Highlights and lowlights.
Yeah. There's been revelations in the world, like the Shinobi franchise is a beat 'em up. And
something new every day.
Sure do. Yeah. So I think I am going to sign off. So thank you for joining me, you two.
Yep.
And I hope everybody, you know, enjoyed watching. And for people on YouTube, please like and subscribe. And have a good evening or day and all that jazz.